Alright, I think I have everything ready. Hello, B-boy. How are you doing? So, I figured I'd stream for a little bit. I'm gonna be doing some practicing, trying out a new technique that I want to try, and I have a fresh world I'm starting with, so that's basically what I'm gonna do. I hope you're having a good weekend though. I'm doing good. Let me see what speed I'm on. I need to try to figure out how to start this. So what I want to try to do is I'm going to try to build a realistic rose. And yeah, I'm not really quite sure how to go about doing this. I want to test out this new tool to try it. Or at least I'm going to try it with the loft tool. We'll see. But I think I'm just going to have to build it from the center out. So that's what I'm going to do. The question is, how big do we want to make it? Hello, Ollie. How are you? Oh, and I am trying out this new bot for Restream, so you guys should be able to read each other's chats. Let me know if it's working. Welcome, Slayer. Well, it might not be new, but I didn't realize I could do it before. Not necessarily new. Alright, we're going to... Yes, I'm going to try to make a rose. First time trying this. Well, I did do a couple practice things, but I never actually finished it. I practiced starting a rose, let me put it that way. So we're going to try it out with this new tool here. I want to make sure it's plenty big so that I have lots of room to work with. Hello, Matthew. How are you? Let's set it to... I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gradually work my way out, doing like one petal or one row at a time till we get a full shape. I don't know if I want it bigger than this. This is an experiment though, so if we make a mistake, it's okay. We'll try it at this size and see how well it looks. Where's my... Yeah, this is going to be hard to kind of plan out. I'm trying to figure out all these interesting shapes that are going on here. You're welcome to join or switch, that's fine. I like to stream on both platforms because sometimes people prefer one over the other, so you never know. Oh, I only speak English, so I have no clue what you're saying. Please keep the chat in English so I can read it. also do this. This is starting to get messy already. Alright, and we're gonna do... You know what, I'm gonna undo those last ones I just did. Whatever it is, it's not English. I only know English. Now, roses have this very interesting shape in the center where it kind of creates a ball shape near the bottom and gets thinner at the top. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do that with this next part or not. I think I can try it. Don't know how well it's gonna look. It is a little bit easier if I do it this way though. And then we'll do maybe not so low, but a little farther out here so it's gonna bulge a little bit. Now that I think about it, I think I need to move these up. Good evening. I guess it's morning for you. Evening for me. Good for you, Slayer. I don't. Well, I do know what that means. I mean, everybody knows what that means. No, I didn't mean to do that. I did the wrong click. It needs to be... You always ask them to learn from Japan. Which frame was the one I started at? I have no clue. I don't think it makes a difference though at this point. I'm just gonna do this. So yeah, this is completely experimental. It looks like a mess, I know. Let's see. Eee. Okay, so it's not so beautiful down here, but that's okay, because I did want to get that bulging shape. I'm trying to make a rose. I'm just working my way out from the middle. So this doesn't look too bad right here. I think I'm just going to spend this whole stream just kind of making flowers, practicing them. Alright, but now that I have this is kind of like the bulb, I would say, of the flower. So now that we have that, I think we can just start adding petals to it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Yes, we're testing out loft. That feels a little too far away, doesn't it? This is really difficult because these petals towards the center are supposed to be really close together. So I'm trying not to fly too far out. You just realized what? Hey Tigger, welcome. Oh, hold on guys. I need to adjust my windows. Oh, well that shouldn't be too difficult. Just go buy some, right? Oh, school's starting for you again? Break is over? Okay, so if I set the loft here, it's just gonna make a line, which that's not what we want. We want a full shape, so we'll just do this. I'm wondering if I should paint this as I go, because as it is right now, it's just gonna be solid red. Oh, okay. You know what, I'm gonna remove that. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about Australia's national holidays. I don't know, I feel like this one's a little too close. I mean, too far away. Let's redo it. Yeah, no problem. It just took me a while because, first of all, I needed to get an idea of what to stream. It's not going to be every Saturday like I used to, probably not, but I do want to start it up again. Some of those are more worldwide holidays, aren't they? I mean, a lot of the same holidays are in every country, I guess. This is a lot trickier than I was thinking it would be. But we're gonna try now. Why do roses have to be so complex? Oh, okay. Yes, it is a flower. This is an experiment trying to create a rose. A realistic rose. I don't know how I think it will look better once we keep adding more to it, but for now it's just gonna look a little weird. Yeah, something's going on here with my points, like I might have to do this. Or I guess we could always clean it up later. I'll try that too. I don't really play Bed Wars or Hunger Games. I mean, I have played Bed Wars before, but I don't really enjoy it so much, so probably not. You probably won't see me streaming that kind of stuff. I do tier 4s occasionally on Twitch, but again, that's only when I feel like it. All that work for just that little shape. There we go. Oh, welcome back, Slayer. Yeah, thanks. Analyzing this last petal we did, I feel like it could have been higher on this side. Because it's... oh well, that's fine. We'll just make the next one extra high. Let's see, where do I want to start this next one? Oh, I think I forgot to clear my frames. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but you still have your stuff selected even after you set it, even though you can't really see it. So you gotta remember to clear them. Haha, okay, Matrix. Well, B-Boy, we're not doing plots. Instead, we're just gonna be doing whatever. We're gonna be doing this kind of stuff instead. Honestly, the plots got kind of dull, and I prefer working on larger projects, and practicing them. But you're still welcome to give me suggestions for stuff to build. I'm just not gonna do it the same way we did the plots. I wish I could undo, but instead I have to remove. It doesn't matter, either way works. Whichever one you prefer. I should have marked the starting point, oh well. Hello, Ranger, welcome. I remember making that too. Yeah, thanks. Oh, well, I'm trying it out for the first time with the bot relay in the chat. Usually I have it on the screen, but it does kind of get in the way, I feel like. So I'm gonna try it this way and see how well it works. Hey Camcorder, welcome. mean, I don't think it's really that confusing because you are still seeing the same chat either way. Oh wait, I didn't mean to remove. Whoops. I meant to place. Okay, we're good. How am I doing these cool particles? This is the new loft tool. So I'm testing it out with this build. And what? Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, so this is a brand new tool on Builder's Refuge that I'm just practicing right now. I'm trying to build a rose. I don't really use Voxel Sniper for much, so yeah, I usually use Just World Edit for the most things. Alright, this is a pretty bulging petal, but can you see the shape? I'm like, once I add all the points, you can actually see the petal shape. It actually looks almost, it looks a little too wide, but we're just gonna go with it. Oops, I need to offset. Alright, what did we mess up here? Oh wait, it didn't mess up, it just didn't render in. Okay. Then how am I doing? It's a new tool. It's part of the Archeon plugin, so you have to be a member in order to use it. I am live on both YouTube and Twitch. You can use whichever one you want, Ranger. I'm just using a bot this time to relay the messages. Hope it doesn't confuse you too much. The Archeon plugin, it's not free, if that's what you're thinking. But if you're a member on Builder's Refuge, you do have it for free. Yeah, Archeon. Basically, if it has my name in front of it, it's probably somebody else from Twitch. It has their name, and then their message. That's what it is, Ranger. Alright, let's do loft C. I need to figure out where the next petal's gonna go. Do I have my night vision on? Because I feel like that's... No, I had it off. Okay. Well, the only way to get Archeon without being a member is to be a patron to the developer. Well, I mean, I can tell a developer that and tell him he should make all of his plugins free. I don't know how he'd feel about it. Yay, we got 2 people on Twitch. Oh, hey Jem, how's it going? Yes, I'm testing out the loft tool trying to make a rose. It's slow going. Well, this is what I've done so far. Trying to figure out where to put the next petal. Or 2, I don't know. Camcorder, that's not true. That's not true. Well, I'm sorry, Ranger, if you don't like the chat bot, I can remove it next time and put the chat back up on the screen like it was. Well, Camcorder, it's no different than me earning money on YouTube through Minecraft. It's really no different. So I do two, for anyone curious, I am doing 2 frames up here to get the little lip on the petal. That's a kind of big one. I didn't mean to make it so big, but it's okay. This is just practice, and then I'll just keep adding more until we get this fleshed out. I'm trying very hard to not to make it intersect with all the inside petals. Yes. Yes, Ranger, you got it. If it says my name, it's not really me. It shows their name next to it. Let's go down here. Why not? I don't know where else to go with this. It's getting a little bit bulkier than I want it to be around the base. That actually doesn't look too bad. Let's try this. I don't think it works that way because I was testing it out and I'm really not sure how it works. It's through Restream and I didn't really have a choice to rename the bot, so I'm not sure if that's possible. But I will look into it some more. This is my first time trying it and I didn't have tons of time to look into it, so we'll see. If it does annoy you that much though, I can just go back to the way I was doing it before. Hello, Brayden. It's a good thing I made it this big. I feel like this method wouldn't work well if you were trying to make just a little rose. So I think the next one needs to start, actually, let me clear that. I think the next one should start here and wrap around. No, I'm gonna start back a little further. Yes, I know it is, Ranger. I think you're overthinking it too much. I feel like I'm making them too big now. I'm not adding nearly as many petals as the rose I'm looking at, my reference photo, but that's okay. I don't think I'll ever get that many petals. We should put this frame here going above this one. Minecraft helps you think. I'm glad Minecraft helps you think. How does that one look? Looks a little bit weird here, a little bit bulging, but you kind of get the idea. Okay, already it's looking like it's a little too spread out from what I was originally thinking, and it looks like this edge here is too flat. Oh, I think it's probably gonna get covered up anyway. Let's not go so wide this time. Let's try and make it a little bit closer. It's really hard to see what I'm doing. All right, that looks okay, I think. I don't know if this twist here, that's kind of what I tried before, and then we ended up with a flat edge, but I'm gonna try it again just to see if we can get it right this time. Hopefully it won't make a flat edge this time. I guess the most confusing part is knowing where these particles are gonna go, or knowing where to put them. It's hard to see what it's gonna look like until you have all of the frames placed, so you kind of have to know how it will end up. That petal, I am already not liking how big this curve is right here. I also feel like this whole selection could be higher. Like this whole petal needs to be as high as that one, or possibly higher. So I'm gonna do all of that I just did. It will be easier for me just to start fresh. And we'll make sure it's higher this time. Oops, no, I didn't want to remove that one. Oh, did I make that too high? Let's go ahead and remove this point and see. Looks better. And make it a tower. What? I'm still trying to translate that message in my head. Something's not making a connection there. I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Oh, well, that was a late response, so sorry about that. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Whoops, I didn't mean to make that one there. Well, this looks a little better. It's a little bit straight, but that's okay. Hey, thanks, Judge. How are you? That one actually turned out pretty good. I'm almost tempted to add another petal in between these, because we have a less space. Yes, I love this tool. It's my new favorite thing. So I figured I'd try something complex with it. I don't think I would ever build a rose without it. I'm doing well. So I can see where my point is. Hey, welcome. How are you? What if we did a wavy petal? Well, that wasn't really wavy. Not like I was thinking. Hold on. Kind of wavy. I suppose I need to start thinking about making them going straight out. Even with this tool, it's taking me a long time to figure this out. I wasn't expecting to have to make this many rows to get the shape I wanted, but I guess because of the size I'm doing, that's inevitable. If you want a smoother shape, I basically just got to keep adding more of these rows. we're good to close this off now. So now you can see our outline of our petal. I really like this lip right here. That's the kind of thing I was trying to get on the others. And I think the only reason I was able to pull it off for this one is what? Well, this looks a little strange right here. It's like the petal's gonna curve up. I guess we should set it and see what happens. Oops, that was the wrong block. There we go. Yeah, so I didn't mean for it to do that. What did I do wrong there? But I do like how this one turned out, this part right here. It's just right here, I'm not sure what happened. I'm gonna remove a couple of these points and try it again. Well, if I do that, I might mess up the whole thing. Okay, and I do not like stray little blocks. I'm going to add onto this right here. Otherwise they look a little weird just sitting there by themselves. Okay, looks better. That's probably my best petal out of all of these so far. Alright, I think I really need to start thinking about making them go more sideways and less up. So I think I need to start them lower. I think I need to start them closer to the base, like here. Oh, I think that was where I made a mistake last time. I think I need to be going right next to these. Whoa! Hello, Dragon Crafts. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. I think, okay, I'm going to redo those last few points. I don't want it to go down again. I think we should keep them closer to the flower. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Ah, that looks very weird. I don't know if I like it. Okay, let's remove this one. Oh wait. Weird glitch whenever I do that command. And we'll finish it off like this. Okay, we'll try that. I was debating whether I should like be coloring these. Where did I mess up this time? I always do this. Don't forget to put set here, otherwise it's not gonna set it. I always make that mistake. Alright. Well, I guess that one wasn't perfect, but it's okay. I'm just gonna cut right through this petal. Why not? I think this time I'm not gonna do that little lip on the front. I'm just gonna go straight across. Let's see how that looks. Should have probably moved it further in, but we'll do that with this one. We'll just go around like this. Hello, Leo. Welcome. Oh, this petal's now kind of turned up a little bit, which is a nice change, I guess, from all the others. I like it. Let's set it. Almost didn't type it. Ooh, perfect. Now, I don't know how many more I'm going to be adding. It even looks like we have some large gaps inside that we could possibly fit another petal in. I just don't know if I feel like messing with that. Oh no, it will not be a video, but you could always stop by my world here and check it out anytime you wanted to. This is just me practicing. If you look in the description, you can see how you can come to this world and look at it yourself. And have a good night, by the way, if you're going to bed. Alright, I'm gonna switch gears and... well, I guess we do have to start this frame down here. But now we're just going to work much closer. think I need to redo. I'm just gonna clear. No, I'll just undo some of these. I don't like how it's cutting into the pedal right here, so, and I couldn't really see that before, so I'm just going to undo a few of these points. All right, so here's where we're at. We're gonna add one here. Thank you. I'm completely trying this for the first time. Experimenting. But this tool is amazing. Not sure what you're referring to as being amazing, but if it's the tool, yes it is. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that either. That one looks pretty good actually. The tool and the flower. This is good practice. I did it again. Forgot to put set. Don't forget set. Ooh, I really like that pedal. Yeah, I'm almost wondering though. Coloring it at this point is going to be a little difficult. Probably should have done that as I was going, but that's okay. I'm not sure I like how straight this part is, but I guess it's okay, considering this is just a practice build. Normally I wouldn't like something like that in my builds, super straight things like that, especially for a flower. The lighting does get really messed up. There we go. I think I want to start this one a little farther over than I normally did. Start it almost to the edge of that petal. And we'll have it going right underneath of it. Oh, you're new to PC? You just have to download it, and you'll probably have to download some other mods to run it, like Forge. You can't just download it on its own. You do have to install some other things too with it in order to get it to work. I'm sure you could. Finn has appeared. Welcome. As amazing as this tool is, it still does take... Okay, I will get it eventually. Trust me, I will. You have to set. And there are these glitches every once in a while. Just refresh everything. Alright, how does that one look? I think we're almost to the point where we can... Ooh. I think I need one more big one like that. That one wrapped around almost half of the rose. It's called the Loft tool. It's part of the Archeon plugin. I did do a tutorial on it on my YouTube channel if you're interested in that. And I kind of explain how you can get it. But yeah, since it's relatively new, I am testing it out and trying a flower which I don't think anyone's ever done before, at least not like this, not a rose. At least I personally haven't seen one, so that's kind of why I'm doing it, to test it out. I'm trying to decide where I want to start this petal. Probably right here. Good enough. It is very cool, I agree. Now, looking at the size of this rose, I think I need to push this back a little bit. Wow, how many points did I make? Okay, I made quite a few more than I thought. I agree, if you guys are interested, I should have linked to the developer. Hold on. Let me go find... If you guys are interested, I did paste a link to the developer's Patreon if you are interested in trying to get this tool, because it wouldn't exist if it weren't for him, so feel free to check him out and some of his other tools. Yeah, this tool though is my new favorite thing ever. I think I'm going to be using it quite a bit. Oh, I didn't mean to... See, I got sidetracked and I forgot what I was doing. There we go. Flying fairies? Maybe. Right now I think we're just going to be practicing flowers. I wasn't really planning on doing anything extra for this, but maybe possibly for a future stream we could do something like that. It's kind of like a standalone type build, it's just here. Oh, now that I flew around here, I'm trying to figure out what these little gaps are. I guess those are the beginnings of petals. There's just a few little random holes mixed around. It really doesn't make that much of a difference once it's done. And since we have all this space in between here, I think I'm going to start the next one inside this. I've got more space to work with than I realized. So a dragon guardian castle? Maybe. It's definitely a possibility. If only I had time to do every idea I have in my head. I have so many ideas. And people have so many other good ideas they give me too. Thank you, you're amazing too. I think I just need to add a couple more points here, so starting one last frame. Let me make sure that's not cutting into anything down here. Don't think it was, it just looked like it. Nope, we're good. Alright, we'll try this. It doesn't look too great from the side, does it? It looks better from up top. Of course we do have night vision on. Probably looks a little better without it. Alright, I'm not sure how many more we need to add. At least one more over here. But at that point, I don't know if we need too many more. Maybe I'm thinking 2 or 3 more petals ought to do it for the outside. And then if we want, we can add a stem and stuff. We'll just have to move. We'll just have to move everything up a little bit. You'd make a Pringle? That shouldn't be too difficult. But it's definitely possible. Hello, Fresh Joy. Welcome. Something about this looks off. Like, why are my loops going like this? What did I do wrong? I'm gonna just, we'll add one more frame and see if it doesn't fix itself. I am building a rose currently, and it looks like I have just messed everything up, so I'm going to clear all of that. This is what we have so far. I'm practicing with this new loft tool to create a rose. It actually doesn't look too bad. I kind of wished I did the petals a little closer together. That's my only thing. But, you know, it's a good practice build for what it is. Add a point here. Thank you. It is fairly new. It's only been released for a couple weeks. It's called the Loft tool. It's part of the Archeon plugin. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping by despite it being so early in the morning. Have a good night. not sure how many more we need. That actually looks really good. Even though I would change some things if I had to do it again. This petal here is a little funny because it like dips up here and then it dips down here. Has all kinds of weird shapes going on. Do we have room for one more? If so, where would I add it? Maybe right here between these two. It's actually turned out a lot bigger than I was originally intending to, but I guess that's necessary if I want to get all the detail. That's a very good question. I have no idea how long it took to create, but it is awesome. Yes, I plan on it, or at least doing a stem and maybe a couple of leaves and maybe some thorns. I want to do the whole thing. I've never done a flower. Well, I have done a flower before, but not with this tool and on a much smaller size. Not this big. And if we still have time after that, maybe we can start another flower. Oh, did it already connect everything? Wait. Classic example of I forgot to clear my frames over here, so now it's connecting everything. So that means I have to redo all those frames I just placed. Don't forget to clear your frames. It's really hard to remember that when you can't see them. Okay. We'll just do this again. Yes, I was thinking about possibly doing a tulip, or maybe even a pansy. I was thinking about trying a pansy because I love pansies. They're so cute, with their little faces. Now the flowers I did make before I had this command. I did make some lilies before, and I think in order to make those, I just ended up making them completely by hand. It was the easiest way for me to do them, but I would use this tool now if I had to redo those. I think we got everything there. Set that. And we'll clear it before I forget. This would also be really useful for lotus flowers. I know a lot of people do lotus flowers or lily pads and things like that. How does that look? Do we need to add any more petals? You think it's good? I actually think it looks good like that. I kind of want to see if we can add some extra shading to it. It's going to be a little more challenging to do now that we have all the petals made. Do we have some... Mm-hmm. Alright, this is not a wise thing to do this after making all these petals, but we're just gonna add a little bit of shading here. True. I just kind of wish I had colored them as I went. I just wanted to try the shape out first. See, this isn't gonna work super well unless I go on the inside, I guess. Just enough so we can see the separate petals. That's all I'm trying to go for here. But yeah, I probably should have done this as I was creating them. Maybe if I do it again, that's what I'll do. So you can start to see, you can kind of see the separation of the petals a little better. It's kind of annoying, let me see. Still doing up there? Oh well, it's fine, I guess. I'm just going to keep the coloring simple. I'm just going to do these shadows, then I'm just going to add one highlight. I'm not sure if we want, maybe we'll just do a mixture of these two blocks for the highlight. And we'll just need a small brush. And we'll just go on all the tips like this. Wouldn't it be neat to have a giant forest full of flowers like this? That would be so cool. This is actually taking me longer than I thought it would, though. I've already spent more than an hour on just this flower. Looks like we could use some of the darker blocks back here. missed this petal. I do draw on occasion. I don't do it as often as I used to, but I definitely do need to keep it up. And in case you're wondering, yes, I have drawn a rose before, so that kind of helps. Alright, how does that look? Think it's good enough? Ready to add the stem and other things? Ah. It looks so much better from the top, that's why I keep looking at it from above. Now to make this really pretty, what we could do, we could take the whole thing and angle it a little bit. I don't know if I want to ruin it though and do that. I might just leave it straight up like it is. Hey Guru, how are you? I gotta make sure we're not going too high, but we're gonna have to go pretty high in order to get this to fit. High enough for a stem? I think so. Now let's go ahead and use, it is 3D modeling. That's essentially what this is 3D modeling. I want to try making this stem out of the loft tool too. We'll see how that goes. It's a little bit different though. Actually, I might end up just doing a curve. I think it will be easier just to do a curve. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And we'll just go all the way down here. This is a big flower, so it needs a big stem. Hello, Justice, how are you? And for everyone asking, yes, I am doing well myself. What's the ID I need? I need 13. Okay, I can do that. And let's try it 3. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. It's probably about the right thickness considering this is a pretty big flower. And we'll have to add the sepals down here too. And we can use the loft tool for that. Oh, how should I add the sepals? Good question. I don't know. Let's start by going around this. Alright, that's not my favorite shape, but it will help me regardless. Alright, now we need to make a few more of these. You could. I have a feeling if I did a whole wall of them, I would have to make them much smaller though. Yes, we will add some thorns. Hey Mike, how you? How's it going? I'm just gonna clear these. This flower for us? Sure, sure. Oh, that's a nice change of pace for you. Good for you. Right, at this time I think it's going to be easier to kind of map it out. With the blocks. I'm not sure how long these need to be. That might be long enough, actually. A whole bed, yes. One is taking long enough to make, but I do plan on rendering this one just as the experimental flower, whatever you want to call it. One down, 1,000,000 to go. Not really 1,000,000. Maybe we'll do a little 360. I don't know. Ooh, you know what we should add? We should add some petals just falling around it. Just for fun. Maybe we'll do that when we're done with everything else. I don't know what my speed is, but I'm too fast. No, the thought that keeps going through my head is I'm just thinking of the rose from Beauty and the Beast. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Like maybe I need to put it in a glass cage or something and have the petals falling off. So Mike, you prefer Twitch over YouTube, huh? Sadly, can't do a time lapse. I'm actually not recording right now, so that'd be kind of difficult. I didn't even think to record this. I wasn't expecting it to look this good. Ah, okay. Now we know. Is that too small? It's probably fine. I think I want this one to be going up the rose a little bit more. Did I select my first frame? Yes, I did. Couldn't remember. Ah, okay. Makes sense. going to adjust this right here. Oh yeah, definitely. It'll probably be a tweet about my render if I ever do one. Have a good night. I don't know if I'm making these consistently the same size. Looks like I made this one really short. Let's undo that. I think one or two more. Maybe one more? I'm not sure if there's a rhyme or a reason to how many of these there are. I'm just adding some. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I need to do it in the same spot. So there. Definitely looks a little better now. It's connected to the stem a little more properly. It does have a very short stem, so I'm probably only going to add one set of leaves just because the stem is really short compared to the flower it is. Also should cut into this side here. Uno? What? It's gotta look like it's been cut because this isn't a full stem. And usually cut stems are on an angle. More like that. Less rounded. Okay, and one set of leaves. Which side should I do it on? Maybe on this side. I don't have a reference photo for how the leaves look. Let me... I want to make sure it's accurate. It's just different music I've gotten from Epidemic Sound. I'm looking up a reference photo. Hold on, guys. I need to find out what their leaves look like. Looks like they come in threes. Okay. We'll go off of one of these. Okay, that's easy enough. Elevator music, yep, basically. Let's undo this. Let's get a different block to use for the stem. My audio is too low. Oh, maybe my mic is too low. Hold on. Maybe I accidentally turned my mic down. It looks like I did. Not intentionally. Okay, is that better? I didn't realize my mic was so low. Actually, soul sand might make a good block for this. Okay. I do have a naturally quiet voice too, so maybe I just need to speak closer into the mic. I don't like shouting. Ha! Brace yourselves, Mike's here with the joke. Dad jokes. What other jokes are there? Spam clicking, that's all it was. Spam clicking. I do need to paint it. It's not, I don't like the brown consistently all the way down, but we'll worry about that later. I'm trying to figure out how to do one of these leaves. They look a little bit, so I have this idea. I just don't know if I can pull it off. It's kind of similar to what I showed in my tutorial, but it's a little bit different because the veins on these leaves are different. First of all, is that too big, too small? It's probably a decent size. Let's move this point here. Well, normally I would too. I do that now. But that does look like a leaf shape, right? It looks good. Whoops. So this is going to be a little different from that other one I did. I'm going to start from the center. I'm going to do half... Wait. No. See, I always forget to clear everything. We're just going to do half of the leaf at a time. Yeah, basically. Oh, you know, this is still wrong. This is still incorrect. This is tricky. I'm not sure how to do this. Okay, forget that. That's not gonna work. Never mind. I thought I was being clever, but I really wasn't. Thank you. You're awesome too. I selected the wrong block. That's easy. That's what's gonna have to be. I was hoping I could get the veins in, but I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. Let's do... Actually, let's do terracotta this time. It's a very flat leaf. Maybe we'll make the other ones less flat. Didn't mean for it to be so flat. All right, and we're gonna do two more coming out from the sides. Thank you. And I almost forgot again, we need to clear those. Every time I clear, did you see that little glitch? It happens for like a split second. Every time I clear frames, it seems to do that. Not sure why. Well, they do have jagged edges. I am looking at a picture of a rose leaf, so I can tell you this is the right shape, but they are a little more jagged. They do have like a toothed edge, I guess. And this one I made a little too flat, so I'm going to try and make these ones less flat. I'm gonna try to redeem myself here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. This time we're just gonna do 3 points. It's a lot simpler. It's still not quite right. Closer. Did I have a mod? This is a plugin, yes. This should look a little bit better of a shape from that other one, hopefully. But again, it's not gonna be perfect. All right, I'm going to undo that. We're going to try, oh, I wish I could remember which. Okay, good. That's the one I wanted to redo. So I'm gonna move this one up just a little bit more and give that more of a dent in this inside. Okay, let's try that now. I have a feeling I made that one a little too cupped. I'll get the last one right. This one's too flat, this one's too cupped. I think in general though, rose leaves do tend to be flatter, at least from the pictures I'm looking at. No. Shh. Shh. Mike, stop it. Behave. Stop being a dad. Well, I literally just have Google Images pulled up with a bunch of roses. Now the rose picture I was looking at before, my rose looks nothing like it. I was just kind of using it to help me get an idea. Why do I keep doing the wrong commands? Okay. Not thinking straight. Sure, we'll make a baby leaf here. How about that? This is gonna be a baby leaf. I don't really care. I'm just messing with you. I'll leaf you. You should have said I'll leaf you to it. There you go. There you go. Okay, now there's a big problem with this one. The stem does not look like it would go along with this leaf. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this, but then I'm gonna flip it afterwards, because I feel like it would look better just facing the other direction. Maybe? Oops, I forgot I was in the wrong selection. Okay. So let's cut this. Does that look weird? I think it looks a little better. It's going along with the motion of the stem a little bit better. Don't know what the best way to do this would be, but we'll just make the stem go just a little bit up. Not the whole way, just enough to get it attached. Okay. Now, I guess if we wanted to, we could always like go around and add a little teeth to the edges, just punching out some of the corners, making it look jagged. I don't know how it's gonna look. It gives it a little more of a natural look to it, I guess. I'm just doing it randomly. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And honestly, these ones don't look nearly as bad as that big one did. We can do it to them too, so they don't feel left out. Yeah, we're going to paint them. That's coming. That's coming next. Be patient. And we need to paint the stem too. Don't stop believing. Ooh, I'm looking at my rose and I think I want to change some of the colors on there too. Maybe. I don't think I used any of this block. If I did, I don't remember. No, I don't think so. That's, no, I don't think I like that. But I would like this. I know I would like this. On the tips of the petals. I think that would look good. I did kind of add some stuff to the tips, but not really. Wow, this thing is massive. It takes a year just to fly around the whole thing. Okay. I think I do want to add some more of this netherwort. Is that what that is? I don't know. We need to add some more on some of these bigger areas where I kind of missed it. Alright, that looks better. Back to the leaves. I'm not sure what the best way to paint this would be. You know what? I need to get a look at this from a distance to make sure my leaves are a good size. Looks like they're smaller, but that kind of makes more sense because they're closer to the flower and they would be smaller up there. I do need to whoa. Is it just this? Yes. 1 slash. Need to clean up my stem a little bit. There's some parts that are thicker than others. Or thinner. And this right here. Haha. That's an evil master plan and it's already working. You'd be glad to know it's already working. Every time I go into my single player world, I always forget that I can't use shortcuts there, and I kind of get frustrated. Just a tad. Actually, dark prismarine and these leaves would look really good. I'm trying to pick out some colors here. Soul sand, maybe. Actually, this too. Okay, I'm going to figure out. I'm actually going to change the way I did these entirely. No, I dropped my much needed block. Okay, let's go grab it from here. Okay, we're just gonna color these like that. Start with a bright color. We use this for the whatchamacallit? The veins. I don't know of a better way to do this other than just painting them in. It's gonna be easiest this way. That's more or less what it needs to look like. It's kind of, we'll probably add some darker blocks to it too. Yeah, now that I look at this, this block isn't nearly dark enough, even after we brightened the leaves. I was hoping that this block alone would be dark enough for the veins, but not quite. So here's what I want to do. I want to grab this block. That's probably too big. Now that one doesn't look so great. I don't know why. What did I do wrong over here? Now I don't know if this prismarine is going to look okay. We will see. But I think roses do kind of have a bluish tint to their leaves. Just a slight one. Are there any other good green blocks I can use? Probably need to use concrete now, don't I? Yeah, I'm not the greatest at painting. Even in real life, I've never really been good at colors and stuff. So I'm trying. Good enough. Okay. And let's color the stem a little bit. We'll just do a mixture of these. All right, I'm going to look up one more reference photo real quick to see how the thorns, because I'm sure they have a particular pattern, how the thorns would be placed on this. Oh, and they're red. Okay. See, I wouldn't have guessed that off the top of my head. Okay. Kind of want to add some brown to this big stem too. Let's do that. Or maybe not brown, maybe this cyan would look better. Forget the cyan, actually. Yeah, we're gonna undo all of that. It is changing, it's just not, it's just very slight. I don't think there's any other green. There is the cactus, but emerald wouldn't look good. There's no other really super dark green, not darker than that anyway. We'll just mix some brown in to give it some darker colors. And for thorns, it's actually almost a brownish red. It all depends on how ripe it is. I don't know if that's the right word. Can a thorn be ripe? How full grown it is, I guess. The full grown ones are red, but the smaller ones are green. We'll just use this. That's close enough to the shape I need. And we don't even have to add a whole bunch of them. We just need to add just a couple of them down this thing. I might have curved that one up a little more. Okay. That doesn't look bad. And I think I've been streaming for a couple hours already. So as soon as I'm done with these thorns, I think I'm going to end the stream. These shouldn't take too long though. It's just a couple clicks to make them. And we'll add one down here. That one could be curved a little more, so I'm going to add onto it down here. Give it that little slight curve. Alright, let's take a look back and see what we've created. Are those thorns too big? Are they too small? They're almost not sharp enough. Like maybe I need to just have them stick out like this instead of with that point there. That looks better. Now that I look at it, the leaves do look really small, but I will forgive myself this time. First time trying this. If I had to add one more thing to it, I would add dabs in French Canadian. I didn't know the Canadians dab differently than everybody else. That's so cool. I was actually prepared to do more than one flower if this one went fast enough. It just took a lot longer than I thought it would, which is good. We got this really nice looking flower then in all that time. Maybe not. I was kind of brushing over it. Let me just turn off the mask and we'll do it this way. Okay, I am going to take some red, red something, maybe red glass. Let's try it with glass just for fun. Oh, not all of it. I don't know if I like this. I'm just trying it. Alright, the stem still does look messy to me with the splatter paint. Let me see if I can clean that up really fast. That's the only thing that I'm really not liking about it. I'm just gonna draw a stripe straight down this side. I just want to clean it up a little bit. Alright, it's far from perfect, but for my first try, I'll let it slide. One more look at this. I think it's probably good enough for me to just do a test render of it right now. I don't know if I feel like adding more to it at this point, but it looks pretty good for a 2-hour stream. For a first attempt, it's not too bad. Yeah, definitely the leaves could be bigger next time. We'll just say they're just budding though. Looks pretty good. Right here looks pretty good. Well, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thanks for sticking around and watching me build this. It was quite a long process, but I appreciate you guys sticking around and thinking it's beautiful. But yeah, I'll see you guys some other time. And I don't know when I'll stream again, just whenever I feel like it. That's basically it. Have a good night, guys.